People, nice.
It's Zeeverfett.
There I am. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. I'm going to pull this over a little bit. Thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Today, we are going to revisit Cyborg, which I haven't touched in about a month. So I thought I'd jump on here because it has been a while and kind of show you where I left off. But I also had another artist take a stab at coloring because I'm not a colorist. So they had their little chance at it, and it was really great. And let's see, this was done here. I'll show you mine right next to Mariano's. And let me zoom in a little bit, and you can kind of see. Grab that. Kind of see sort of what he did or what he was doing versus kind of the direction I was going. His is on the right, of course. His was complete. And mine is on the left. So I'm going to take some advice from Simon, who is usually a regular on the show, and just kind of create layers because I really like what Mariano did here. Let me zoom in a little bit if I can see. Here we go. Woo, woo. Look at there's his chest. I really like the swirls of what he did for the highlights and things like that. It makes it look very three-dimensional, glossy, all that kind of stuff. I like what he was doing here. It was much starkly different from what I was sort of doing, which was not as robust. And mine is a little bit more flat than his. I believe my abdomen section is a little bit more three-dimensional, if you will, just because of the shading. But I really do like what he was doing pretty much all over his interpretation of what Cyborg could look like colored. And my neck is a little bit different. I think. I mean, overall, he did a great job. I really do like it. So follow Mariano Chico. He is a fantastic artist, and he's doing a lot more. I give him some more artwork that he's working on, coloring, and I'm just always interested to see what his interpretations look like because he does a lot with shading. Not so much on this one because I don't think that it required a lot of shading because of the gloss and because of the refraction. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty dope. I like it a lot. Hey, what's up, Jesse Allen? I see you're here. Thanks a lot for joining me tonight. We got some things to talk about as well, not just the drawing, but I will be continuing to color as I talk to you guys, man. And if you have any questions for me, please hit me up in the chat. Let me know. I'll do my best to answer whatever it is that you guys have to bring up. As you know, my channel is not centered really around any sort of YouTuber drama or anything like that. So I don't really cover that. If you know me very well, I kind of shy away from all that. So it's basically going to be centric on the coloring and then also on movie news, movie topics, whatever. So yeah, let's see who else is here. Hey Reese, what's going on? Jeff Johns told me to ask you where his genitals are. They're probably still trapped on Oa, and the Guardians are playing soccer with them or football. So as they say in that sector. What's up, Droga? Droga's another good artist that you guys need to follow if y'all aren't following him already. Very good art that he releases. Unlike Andre, he's always caught up in drama. Yes, Andre does get caught up in a lot of drama. It's very entertaining. It's kind of like he's kind of like a light bug or a mosquito that is drawn to that sort of that light. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he'll ever admit it, but he does get sucked into it. I find it entertaining, but I try not to engage in it as much. I do try to steer clear. But yeah, there's always drama, and especially in this sort of genre fandom, whatever. There's a lot of it, and I think we all need to strive to be the bigger, better men and women to focus on other things. So I mean, there's so much to focus on. But anyway, so I really like what he was doing here. Like I said, and I'm not going to complete my version of Cyborg on the stream. I never do. But I definitely wanted to sort of try his methods out. What I do for mine is I isolate, like, let's just say, let me go to something on mine. And click on the forearm, left arm. So I do one thing that I recommend is that when you're doing this stuff, like we'll say left fist, is to really, especially with larger pieces, is to identify your layers because it helps you out later on when you're trying to find something. Yeah, you can click on it, but it definitely does help out a lot. So what I normally do here is I'll take this layer and I will add a layer mask. Wait, I think you can do that to where you can highlight it because I've already colored it purple. And then I add my layer mask. Yes. And then it isolates it for me so I don't have to go through and do that. So that what I do is I can go to click on the main photo, grab my pencil or pen rather, get the brush. Let's increase the brush. And I can just choose a color. Let's just say I'm coloring this. Hold on. I can actually going to grab a color here, and I can color inside the lines. Well, that's not really much of a difference there with the fist. Okay, red here. I can just color inside the lines. I don't really have to worry about going outside the lines. So that's one of the things that I find are advantageous in that I don't have to worry about staying inside the lines. Once I have flatted my image, which you can see in some of the other broadcasts that I've done, I can pretty much do whatever the hell I want to do with it, and I'll stay inside the lines. I won't have to go back. I won't have to be so accurate. I don't have to worry about all that. Anyway, so let's see. Let me go ahead. Let's check out his fist real quick. Let me select his layer, and that's real nice. That's real nice. He's got highlights here. Let me zoom in a little bit. This area. So he's got a highlight right here. Let me go to my pointer. And then he has another color beneath it, and then one below, and this is sort of your mid-tone right here, and then your shadows. So just to play around with this, I can sort of emulate that a little bit. So I can get a base color, and my base color. Let's just say that my cyborg is going to have sort of this color. Let me just select that color. No, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. Image, let me remove. Okay. And then what I'll do here is I will select the hand. And I'm selected. Okay, then I want to, let's see, I want to grab this color here. And this will sort of be my base. So there's no more red. Actually, maybe a little bit darker. Anyway, let me switch my brush to something a little less sharp. Here we go. We'll go with this. And I can go ahead and grab the, go ahead and shade the the hand, and then I can decrease the size of my brush, sort of give it a little bit more, more fine. Okay, now let me go ahead and switch that. Hold on, I still want that. Let me grab a mid-tone and decrease the size a little bit. And I can just grab that in there, sort of fix the fingers a little bit, give them a little bit of a highlight. Same thing with here and there. All right. And I do like how his sort of is gradual, but let me grab the white, and I can give it a little bit of a sheen. And mine is a little less sharp than his. But yes, I mean, like I said, he is a professional colorist more than me. He deals with this kind of stuff more often. So I can still refine that some more. Let me see. Let me go darker for here, underneath the thumb, so that you give the thumb a little bit of a shadow. Kind of fake that a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Let me jump back into the comments. Sometimes I get lost in the drawing. Let's see. Reese. Let's see. Walter Hamada might copyright this piece. They might. Let me see. Why does Cyborg look like Dawson? You know what? Cyborg definitely does. I mean, look at that face. That's Dawson right there. Just need to add the Nimwa hat, and you've got Dawson. Well, what's up, Caleb? How's it going? Let's see. Will he be saying "booyah" in the text bubble? For the right amount of money, yes. For the right amount of money. Let's see. It's been a minute since I streamed. Yes, I mean, usually when I'll jump on, like I said, Nicotina's, or of course, you see me on Four Nerds on Thursdays. So I'll jump on other people's stream because it's just easy. It's just so much easier. Like I said, I don't like creating thumbnails, and a lot of things happen in my life that have really kind of taken me away from this sort of thing. Just because, like a couple weeks ago, I got into an automobile accident where somebody hit me, and had to go buy myself a new vehicle. And of course, when you buy a vehicle, you have to get bigger and better. And my other car was paid for. Now I'm sort of paying on a new vehicle, and that's fantastic. So been dealing with some things like that as well. So it hasn't just a lot of distractions going on in my life. But hey, Mask of Shy, what's going on, man? How you doing? Another great artist to follow. Let's see. Right now, I'm drawing Deathstroke riding a motorbike. Nice. I drew Deathstroke a little bit ago in a piece that you guys will see hopefully soon. Haven't brought it out of the closet yet. It's still in the dark, so it's behind the curtain. I dig the shading. It's coming together nice and clean. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, the this one back behind it is that is Mariano's. He's, like I said, he's done a great job. He's gone to school for this sort of thing. I haven't. I'm going to try a different brush. I'm going to try something a little bit more. Here we go. I'm going to try something a little bit more sharp edged. Just because it's him, and I'm still on the dark color. So, oh no, I don't want that. I do not want that. That's too. Okay, that's too much too. Hold up. Let me take off some of the opacity so it's not so sharp. And the flow will take that down to like 30. That's still too much. Okay. Let me see. Okay, no. Okay. I'm going to have to lower the opacity a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that looks good. Okay. So like I said, here we go. We're going to do some of the, no, don't like that. When you're shading, you kind of want to go with the direction. Let me see. increase the brush too a little bit. In between that crack, you kind of want to go in the direction of whatever it is, just to sort of, like I said, give that illusion of density. There we go. And then a little bit there. So there's that. And then not so much here, but a little bit. Just because the light source is coming from above. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. And then I'll grab this color and I'll sort of shoot it around. Now, typically, and what I said I was going to do, which I didn't, was I was going to make this, the shading, the highlights, they should all be in their own layers so that you can really mess with them. I don't because I'm lazy. Yeah, so that's that. Let me see. I'm gonna go to a white, and then just really pick up the highlight there. Nice. Just a little bit here, a little bit here. There we go. Oh no, we don't like that. But there's that. And I still think I like his better, but that's cool. Whatever. Just get a little bit darker in here. Nice. Let me get a little bit smaller brush. Really get in between the fingers. A little bit darker. There we go. A bit more there. There. That makes it pop a little bit more. Let me increase the brush size a little bit. There. And that looks better. Still, not as good, but I still like it. Let me get back to you guys real quick. Let's see. Blackson. Let's see. All your drawings look like Dawson. Thank you, Reese. Appreciate that. That doesn't bother me. Apparently, it bothers other artists. Want to see that Droga? Yes, we want to see the Droga. Great take, Ryan. Wonderful beard. Happy holidays. Thanks so much, Steve. Man, thank you so much for dropping by, bro. It has been a minute, and definitely miss talking to you on these broadcasts. I hope all is well with you as well. Sure, makes sense. See a couple things. Let's see. Let me jump over here real quick. Let me remove that and stop sharing, and we'll jump into first little discussion here with someone that I don't really admire or follow, but I saw this and I was like, I've got to put this up. So here we go. Let me add this to the stream. Add to stream. Wow, that does not look good on that. Here, let me put this over here. Okay, it's a little bit bigger. Okay, basically, Grace Randolph, whom I don't really follow, and I like listening to her movie math and stuff like that, but not really her scooping abilities, because she plays on both sides of the field. She'll say, oh, hey, Michael Keaton is definitely in the Flash movie, and then she'll, one stream later, oh, hey, Michael Keaton is definitely not in the Flash movie, so she can always reference whichever one she got right. But anyway, she says, I know you're all thirsty for some DCEU tea. So after Lois Lane saying thirsty, she's still referencing thirstiness. So here we go. So let me just say, I hear the Flash is putting together a new team. Well, no shit. You've got these three plus, Michael Keaton. So it could be as simple as that. And she'll just go off and say, hey, she called it, but she can call shit. Don't ask me who's in it, because you really don't know. Yes, Grace has been on sets before. She has access, but that doesn't mean that she knows every single damn thing that comes out. I'm not going to spoil for the first few members. Well, that right there doesn't make any sense because of the image below, and it's not a spoil anyway, but it's like, I'm not going to spoil the first few members, which is these three. Well, there you go. Well, you've told me absolutely nothing, and you've wasted my time, and wasted everybody else's time who has jumped on the Twitters and have looked at this, and follow her and all that, and give her 878 likes for telling you absolutely shit. You're welcome. So yeah, I mean, that kind of shit. That's why for me personally, when everything happened with, I'm not, you know what, and I'm going to differentiate the Cultured Nerd with Matt Miranda, Lightcast. They are two separate entities. They worked together because, they washed each other's back or whatever. But after what happened, this past summer with Matt, I'm just done with any type of scooping. Same thing with Mikey Sutton. If you go to Mikey's site, we do it on Nicotina's show all the time, where he'll give you a whole article telling you shit you already know, and then kind of throw something in there to sort of pretend that it's valid, and then that's supposed to make the article that much more valid or impressive or reliable, and it's really not. And I know that most people that are in this stream have already heard how I feel about that, how I feel about scoopers and things like that. And I don't talk about Syl. I'll talk about Syl. And here we go. I think that Syl does not need Mikey Sutton. I think that people would tune in to listen to Syl just to listen to him speculate. And that's really all he needs. But he brings him in because, he has a name, Mikey Sutton. Nobody knows who the hell he is. And he really doesn't know shit. But Matt Jarbo, who is, someone else that I know, I joke with all the time. But Matt, was introduced with Mikey, and Matt introduced Mikey to Syl. So that's how all that started, a couple summers ago. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really respect his hustle, his game, whatever, Mikey's, and I'm not down for any kind of BS that this guy has put out. So it's just never good stuff. He's what Matt Miranda was. He is a car salesman. So I mean, he's gonna try to sell you bullshit and expect you to eat it. And what he does is he'll grab, he'll have a whiteboard full of bullshit on there, and he's going to grab his darts and he's going to throw it on there, and that's his story. And whatever sticks, and whatever doesn't stick, well, he didn't say, or hopefully people will have forgotten. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Let me go back to the comments anyway. I see you guys are saying some stuff. Let's see. Well, there's Steve. Well. Let's see. Yeah, cut air. I'll spoil it. Splash is one of the members. You know what, Reese? I'm timing you out because of that. You should not. You're ruining it for everyone else. And if you've seen Spider-Man Home or Far From Home or Not Home or No One's Home, what is it called? Nowhere Home? Not Going Home? Who gives a shit? If you've seen the latest Spider-Man movie, congratulations and good for you. And I hope it's good. And I can't wait to see it, but I am avoiding spoilers. So if you've seen it, please don't put any spoilers in the comments. I appreciate that. Saying Grace Randolph, the OG manipulator of YouTube algorithms and super chats. And she really has developed a pretty good, Gish Gallop, or whatever you want to call it, hustle, we'll say, and yeah, a lot of people want to do the same, want to emulate that because they want that almighty dollar, whatever it is. It's all clickbait. Unsubbed from Syl 8 months ago. Syl is slowly doing what they're all sort of, doing. I wouldn't unsub from Sil, but like I said, I wish that he would just get on and talk. I mean, he's got a pretty good idea, pretty good head, head on his shoulders when it comes to DC properties and things like that. And like I said, he's bringing in Mikey Sutton so that he can be the source, kind of like what they did with Lightcast and the Cultured Nerd. Lightcast always brought the Cultured Nerd on the show because that was his, his medium. That was his podium to stand from and put out scoops and things like that. So, and again, when I talk to these guys off air, on the phone, whatever, they were fine. I'm just not about that anymore. And the thing that he did with Andre and his project, getting that canceled, because I was working on it as well. That was sort of the last straw for me for Matt Miranda. So I was like, yeah, you know what? That's not cool with me. So I'm not going to do that. So I backed my boy Andre, and we're still good, and we're still kicking it, and we're stronger than ever. Let's see. Mikey knew stuff though. Mikey knows dick. Mikey makes guesstimations, and he, anybody can do that. I could scoop you all day, Alessandro. Come on now. Don't give him too much credit. Watch what he says. Watch what is put out on his Geekosity, website. Just read the articles. They tell you a whole bunch of shit you already know. And then their little, and it's not even a scoop. It's just sort of like a suggestion. No, he didn't know about Two Berries. No. We already knew about that way before Mikey. Mikey's just claiming it. Mikey claims stuff, and people don't do any research and call him out. And even if they did call him out, it's going to be a cry in the wind because nobody's going to hear it. Just like my channel here. Like I love you guys, but we've got 8 people in the chat, or and that's fantastic. You guys are very important to me, but the masses don't know. The masses aren't going to hear it because we don't collectively retweet, all that's, we don't really hold any of these scoopers accountable for anything. We're just like I said on Andre's stream a while ago, people want to hear what they want, and they'll forgive the moron that is giving them the thing that they want to hear. If it's like, oh yeah, hey, the Snyderverse is already restored, we're just waiting on confirmation. There's nothing there. There's no contracts. There's no real information there, which brings me to my next subject here. Let me jump over to, let me see if I can. No, okay, I have to unshare this. I have to remove that, drag this over here, and then I will stop that. Stop sharing. Stop screen. Share. Which brings me to this one here at the stream. Okay, so this is fire. This is badass. Love this. This is Jared Leto. This is a toy or a sculpture or whatever it is. Snyder tweeted this out, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, the Snyderverse," because he's not going to stop tweeting about DC. Well, he has no reason to stop tweeting about DC. This is a character from his movie that he asked personally Leto to come and be in it. And then the studio that sculpted this, Snyder signed contracts to promote said art, whether it was, Dark Side or, Black Suit Superman or now Joker. It's awesome that they're making these, and these are all collectibles. And why wouldn't he? There's no reason for him not to promote something from his movie. If he was promoting the new, the Flash, as far as like, the alternate Ezra with the long hair and the red suit, which is the Batman suit painted red, then that would be like, oh, wait a minute, something's different, something's off. But this is a character, this is a sculpt, this is something from his movie. So why wouldn't he promote it? You know, he stands to profit from this as well, you know, financially, but also there's a lot of goodwill because of the movie. And he's just sort of, you know, staying relevant. This helps him out with Rebel Moon. This helps him out with Army of the Dead. Like, if it wasn't for the Snyder Cut, Army of the Dead would not have been as popular. It's a good movie and it's a great, you know, standalone franchise, and I can't wait to see more and you know, so on and so forth. But it doesn't mean that, you know, he's you know, Snyderverse is there and it's coming back and it's a done deal and signed. There was even something from Ben Affleck that, you know, I think came out 5 days ago, talking about how he doesn't want to be attached to another huge IP. Again, I think that, and this is just me. Hold on one second. Let me jump back into the chat real quick. No, he wasn't right about the two Flashes, two Barrys. I understand where you're coming from, but you know, they weren't the first to scoop that. And it wasn't a scoop. Let's see. Yes, it's all car salesmen. 100. Thank you. On point. Being fair. Yeah, it's all marketing. It is. Hey, what's up, McLovin? How you? Hey, heyo. Let's see, McLovin. I know spoilers, but only to help people avoid them. Oh, thank you. We do want to avoid them, and I even want to avoid like the Matrix spoilers because I don't want to see anything more on that either. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I want to see it. I don't want to see everything in a commercial before I see the movie. I want everything to sort of unravel as I'm watching it, because that's the best way to watch a movie. I did that with Aquaman, and I liked it better because I wasn't, you know, spoiled. I did that with there was some movie. There's a lot of movies that I watched so much content that when I watched the movie, it was just like, oh, okay. Oh, cool. I remember seeing that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's how that connects. You know, it's like, I don't want to know all that because then my brain, I don't have to worry about piecing things together as I'm watching it. You know, it's unfolding for me as in real time as the stories being told by the director. Matt told me he had seen the whole Air Cut. Oh, yeah. Air Cut, Air Wolf, all that stuff with, I mean, dude, okay. So some of the things that when I would talk to Matt on the phone, he was a good guy, all that, you know, as far as, you know, it was pleasant conversations, things like that. But it always felt like he was selling me. And, you know, I would just listen and then I would talk to Andre and kind of compare notes and stuff like that. Like, because we were all like, you know, are these, you know, is anything legit? Yes. You know, Taylor does know somebody or have relatives at, you know, Warner. Got it. Cool. But that's Taylor. That's not Matt. You know, Taylor will tell you he doesn't know. Matt will try to make you believe that he has, you know, he has that ace, you know, and that's what they all try to do. They always, even if they don't know, they're going to pretend that they do know. You know, it's sort of poker. You know, they have that poker face, and you know, they want to make it pretend that they have something that you need. And that's what draws people in. That's what, you know, makes them, you know, give up super chats and things like that, because they're like, oh, you know, please tell me more, you know. and then it's at the end of the day, you're paying for useless information ahead of time. And it's not even valid information. It's useless information because at the end of the day, we're going to get these films released, you know, so save your money and just wait a couple months. You know, oh my God, where's, oh, that's me. Hold up. My mouse just screwed up. Okay, here we are. So they never predicted the merge is all BS. Let's see. I got a scoop. Peter Parker said, oh, thanks a lot. I was hoping that he would get dusted again. Well, but what if the Snyderverse ends being restored? But what, wait. But what the Snyderverse ends being restored? I mean, you know, okay. And I was talking to Andre about this today too. And he's watching the Witcher. I didn't know that you could sign up for that and all that. Whatever, I haven't seen. I like The Witcher, and I will watch season 2. So he's watching that right now, and good on him. It's a fire series. But the thing is that like even if Zach does not come back, to this franchise. And there are so many other franchises that have, they're green lighting new and different, iterations of characters and things like that. It is, if Zach were to come back, it would only be to do his two more movies to finish out his 5-story arc, and that's it. And it wouldn't necessarily be connected. That's why he was talking Elseworlds in the at the fandom, not this fandom, but the fandom prior. And they've been pretty quiet. If I were Zaslav, I'd be like, yo, you guys can finish, with these stories here. You're just starting the Batman. Go ahead and develop that. But I want something untainted, because I would feel like everything else prior, if I'm an executive coming into a mess, I would say I want just brand new, start from scratch. New directors, new blood, new actors, new everything. And nobody wants to let go. I get it. But if I were an executive, I would come in and say, I want all new. I don't want anything to have any negative baggage. And that's it. Everything's cool. With what happened in the past. And I would promote the Snyder Cut and all that. And I would promote, the Flash, and I'd promote Batgirl and all that stuff. But I would be like, hey, my three, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, they need to be in a different universe that we can start up here. You guys haven't made anything that's cohesive. Nothing is really meshing. It's a mess. Instead of trying to make some sense of it and try to, at least savor or save some of the stuff, I would say just hey, let's start over. And that would be the easiest thing to do. Nobody wants that because, everybody's clinging to the past. And I wouldn't mind, Henry and Ben and all them, coming in and still continuing on. But if I'm an executive if I'm from Discovery coming into a huge mess of Warner Brothers, having an issue with a director, Zack Snyder, I would say, hey, thank you, Zack, for what you did. But I would really like to have something fresh, something that's untainted, something that is positive, and not saying that anything that Zack is doing is negative, but I'm saying there's so much divided groups in the fandom that, I would be like, hey, let's go from level 0 and build up. Because what you need is a foundation. What they're doing here with Blue Beetle, Batgirl, Birds of Prey 2, and whatever, and Black Adam and Shazam and all that, they're building a universe without the core. The core is Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. They're still doing Wonder Woman 3. They announced the lady that did the costumes for Dark Knight and all that, and also Wonder Woman 1 and 2. And she's back, and they're saying she is there for Wonder Woman 3. So they're going ahead with that. And then, Batman, they're not moving forward with any plans other than Pattinson. So Pattinson can't connect to Godot. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't mesh. And then Henry, there are crickets with Henry, man. He said that he's available, he's ready, and no one is knocking on his door. No one is calling him on the phone. And they're not coming out and saying anything. So we, as fans, are sitting here waiting, wondering what the hell is going on? What is happening? So not good stuff. It's not a way to run a company, and these guys, and Toby's not going anywhere. If there was ever a time where Toby Emmerich have been let go, they would have already done that. Was it Stanky? Stanky would have got rid of that stank. But he's old money, and so they're not going to do that. And when Zaslav comes in, if Toby Emmerich goes, I would be shocked. I would be completely shocked. I'd be on the shock level of Kathleen Kennedy, getting released in 2021 from, Lucasfilm. Yet here we are in December 2021, and she hasn't been released from Lucasfilm. And you had so many people saying that, oh, wow, she's getting let go. She's getting let go. And She's not. And I bet we're going to have some announcement in the next couple weeks that, is going to say, hey, she's signed on to do X, Y, and Z for that many more years. Anyway, great custom. Thank you. True. Yes. Just finished drawing Deathstroke. Awesome. That is awesome. Hold up. Let's see. BVS is one of those films. Doomsday was spoiled in the trailers, and it didn't make me love it any less, though. Well, it didn't make me love the movie any less, but it definitely, the inclusion of Doomsday, Zod Doomsday, ruined any chance of actual Doomsday, which in the Man of Steel watch party was something that that Snyder touched on with the moon. So there's a Zod Doomsday and an actual Doomsday out there somewhere. Zod Doomsday is dead, but you can't introduce Doomsday back. What's his story arc? What are they going to do with him? You can't kill Superman the same way twice. That's ridiculous. So what would they do with his character? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's a complete mess. Yes, it is. It is Superman from the JL Dark Apocalypse. That's a dope movie, and I made the Superman S from that. Let me take this off the screen real quick. Yeah, so that's what that is. Let's see. Taylor made me okay. So here's how the Zoic thing happened, and again, nobody goes back and checks anything, validates anything. So we were all on the stream for, was it Fandom? I think, yeah, it was Fandom, first Fandom. So I think we had either Taylor, was it Taylor? Or it was either Taylor or Matt on the show. We also had Sil on the show. And one of them went and confirmed, I think it was Taylor. Taylor went and confirmed that ZS was Zoic Studios. Later in the stream, Sil said, "Oh, my sources have confirmed that ZS is definitely Zack Snyder." So we had two different scoopers trying to claim the same thing, and we just took it as like, okay, because at the time we believed him, because who's going to say anything otherwise? But that's how the Zoic Studio thing sort of happened. And hey, we didn't know how they stamped or how they watermarked special effects and things like that, and it seemed plausible. So we're like, yeah, sure, and we just kind of took it at face value. But we didn't come up with it, so at the end of the day, no one holds us accountable. But really, no one holds Sil accountable with Taylor, because both of them confirmed that ZS was for Zoic Studios, and Zack Snyder wasn't even brought up, even for ZS. So let's see. Thank you. Let's see. Let's talk about something positive. How awesome is Tubi? What is Tubi? Tubi. I don't know what Tubi is. There's so much cool stuff on there. I'm assuming that is an app. Okay. Not sure. Let's see. Just watched The Last Duel. It was good. What duel? What duel are you guys talking about? From Tubi? If I was Zaslav, I would restore the Snyderverse. That'd be cool, but again, you'd have to like again reassess what the Snyderverse is. It is it just the two movies that are left? What is the Snyderverse, especially with like I said, the water's getting muddied with Batgirl being created. It definitely has ties to Ben Affleck, and that's great. But it's HBO Max, so I don't know what that means. You've got the Flash. The Flash is the big thing that is either going to destroy the hell out of the Snyderverse or make a connection to it. Do I believe that Michael Keaton will be the connective tissue? He'll be the the Samuel L. Jackson of the DCEU going forward, which was told to us by Wet Scooper. Tell me in the chat. Wet Scooper said that Michael Keaton is going to be the oh crap! What is Samuel L. Jackson's character's name? It is crap. I forget. It's not Rick Flag. That's DC. Anyway, they said that that he was going to be the head of the new Justice League, and it's so stupid. Anyway, so if anybody knows who that is, let me put that in the chat, and I'll tell you if that's correct or not. See, they're treating their Trinity like their stories have ended. They're wrong. You know, there are still stories that you could tell with Ben's Batman. There are still plenty of stories that you could tell with Henry's Superman. And with Gal's, Wonder Woman, I mean, hell, you can again, they never introduced Cersei. She's huge. She's big in that lore, and didn't even touch on it. No Beastie Morphs, nothing like that. I mean, no, I mean, they're kind of getting into it, and that would be a really cool interaction. Would be like the Shazam universe and one guy that's Wonder Woman universe kind of colliding, because they kind of share the same mythologies and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. They're waiting for Mag Daddy Zaslav. Guys, hold your breath for Zaslav, because I who knows what he's going to do, if anything. And when Zaslav comes over, DC is not the biggest property at Warner Brothers. They could make a shit ton of money with the DC properties, but they have so much more. They, Matrix and all that's coming out, Dune, all that, whatever. There's a lot more that will take his attention. That's just one aspect of the company, and it's not like 50% DC, 50% everything else. It's not that, to you it is, and to me it is, because that's very important, to us. We love our entertainment and we want to be entertained more, but it's not high priority for them. Excited for Daredevil and She-Hulk to clap She-Hulk series. Okay. I see you. I'm down with that. I think it's cool. I don't mind it. The Hawkeye series, man, I can't even get past the first damn episode. That is so stupid. What's up, stuff? Cool. How's it going? Thank you for coming. Appreciate that. I would have made OG Doomsday destroy Darkseid in the JL sequel. See, what I would have done is I would have had him, Darkseid, make Doomsday his pet. I would have had him in chains of kryptonite, and just had him as his sort of guard dog, guarding whatever's important to Darkseid, whether it's the mother boxes or whatever. I would love to see parademons, doomsday monsters. Yeah, paradooms is what they were called. Paradooms, those are dope. Let's see. It's going to be restored. The cryptic post. Look, I love Zod Rider. But again, him just releasing this right here, him just releasing that is not really cryptic. Him with the turkey, it's something that's still near and dear to him. He wants, for me, not to speak for Zach, but as long as we're talking about it, it keeps it it keeps it relevant. So am I saying stop hashtagging and restore the Snyderverse? No, I'm still going to do it. I did it today. I'm still going to do it just because I would love to see it. It doesn't take anything from me to do it. So therefore I'm fine with hashtagging that. I'll hashtag, all day and all night. I hashtag restore the Snyderverse when I hashtag, Nick a penis last night, and that was fantastic. It got seen by a lot of people. Let's see. What's up, Gillis? How's everyone tonight? Yo, I'm doing great. How are you? Hey, Gillis. See, McFury, Nick Fury. Yes, Nick Fury. So someone said that Michael Keaton's, Michael Keaton's Batman / Bruce Wayne would be the Nick Fury of the DCEU. You said so. Shaft. Yes, it is Shaft. You are correct. Let's see. Loosey Goosey, Tubi is a streaming service, free of but ads play. However, they have a ton of cool titles and obscure titles. The final countdown is on there. Interesting. Never heard of it, but I'll definitely check that out. Make Wonder Woman. What is it? 1864. Is that 1864? And non Warner Brothers. I'm not Warner Brothers. Wonder Woman 3 should call Wonder Woman 1945, set in World War II. I mean, I wouldn't have any problems with them going back and doing that one-off, just for fun. Like I said, I mean, Snyder brought up Elseworlds. Make it an Elseworlds movie. Nothing. It doesn't all have to connect. It'd be cool if it does, but it doesn't have to connect perfectly. It just needs to be a good story. If you've got a good story there, then why not? If your story is just that, oh, hey, let's just set it here in the past and we'll figure it out, then no, don't make the movie. That's what Wonder Woman 84 was. A shit story. It had, good actors, actresses. It had, it had a lot going for it. But the story at the end of the day is what makes it rewatchable for me. And if the story sucks, I'm not going to watch it again. And that's one reason why I haven't bought the movie, because I'm not going to watch it again. It doesn't go on the Zeever shelf. And my Deathstroke, HBO Max series, I'll have Talia, Jericho, Odious, Ravager, Lady Shiva, Cheshire, Bronze Tiger, and probably more. Well, you've got a jam-packed Suicide Squad right there for you. But again, it's cool to have a whole bunch of characters, but I mean, if you don't have a narrative, then you could add, DC, Universe Unlimited. Who gives a shit? You can add as many characters, nothing against your idea, but I mean, you could have a fire story with just Deathstroke and his son, and his daughter, Rose, Jericho and Rose, and you could have a fire story with that. So, you don't need to add extra, people in it, whether it's hell, even Ra's al Ghul. You don't need to have them in it. That, it just, if you have a fire story, then you don't have to have a whole crap ton of characters. The story will support itself. Extra characters are just, extra. Zaslav is going to be the new CNN boss. Okay, CNN. I can't watch CNN. I can't watch Fox. I can't watch MSNBC. It's all bullshit. Don't listen to any of those fuckers. They're lying to you at their freaking teeth. It doesn't matter who you think they're. I just screw all that. Don't listen to that shit. That's BS. I see. Not sure if we'll have time for DC. Okay. Wow. Man, just take the wisdom teeth right out of my mouth. Why don't you? Let's see, Warner Brothers 3 or Warner Brothers. God, I keep saying Warner Brothers. It's Wonder Woman 3 chopping heads. I wish, but who's chopping heads? Nobody's chopping heads. Everyone's still there. I mean, hell, Jeff Johns, where'd they put him? They hid him. He is still there. He's still employed after all the shit that he pulled. He's still employed. Congratulations, everyone. We have succeeded in shit. Nothing. So the good guys don't prevail. That's the thing. The good guys don't prevail. The decrepids, they hide, and they keep justice away from them. So that they can still thrive in that business. If there's a swamp to be drained, it's Hollywood. Let's see, if they don't make any new films, then at least wrap it up by giving us the Ayer cut. Man, I'm going to say the Ayer cut can still come out, but I would say the Ayer cut makes more sense if it's like the Donner cut. They bring it out. They have it. I'm sure it's finished. Why haven't they released it if they have it? You know, he said, you know, David said it was like 90% completed, has its own score, everything, dude. They're still sitting on it for reasons. You know, I think they'll eventually release it, which I thought with the Snyder Cut they would eventually release that. I didn't know it was going to be so soon, and I'll admit that. But yeah, I feel like they will eventually release David Ayer's untouched or his edit. I think that we will see we will see that movie in our lifetime. But will it be right now? See, a lot of the reasons why people want that released right now is because it would be a tone shift back to the Snyderverse. And as long as that film is not being released, then there's still that empty slot of nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. It's going this other route, this Hamada route, right? You know, we're getting, you know, Aquaman 2. Does that connect or does that make any sense with the Snyderverse, you know, or with Zack Snyder's Justice League? We don't know yet. That's the problem with DC, is that they're not being forthright and telling us anything so that we can say, oh, okay, I get it. I understand where you're going. I understand how this is working. I understand how there's going to be synergy. There's not. People are just hoping, and it's a good hope, but there's nothing there's nothing that's swaying the pendulum either way. We're just sort of in limbo, and you know, just sort of DC EU purgatory, if you will, and nothing is going to change until we finally see what the hell they're cooking up back there. Because right now nothing's being released. The last thing that we got released was was James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which was shit. It wasn't a good movie. Same thing, you know, with Birds of Prey. It's like they put these movies out, and it's like, oh, they know they're not going to be any good. You know, Wonder Woman 3 Wonder Woman 84 wasn't good. Birds of Prey wasn't good. Suicide Squad wasn't good. Zack Snyder's Justice League was good, but they're going along with this other narrative because they're just like, okay, well, we're going to put all our eggs in the Rock's basket. And that's another thing, is that the Rock, he's a fantastic, you know, star, if you will, you know, or a celebrity, but he is not going to be the one to tell anybody anything at Warner Brothers. You know, he's most of his stuff like Jungle Cruise and Scorpion King and you know, what else is Hobbs and Shaw and things like that. They're not blockbuster movies. He wants a franchise, and he's hoping that Black Adam will be that franchise. We shall see. You know, what we saw was fire, but we shall see. You know, who's to say, you know, the hierarchy is about to change? we're still waiting on that. That makes no sense to me, the hierarchy. He has been toting that for years, and it's like, I'm sorry, but that needs to be the catchphrase on the poster. On the poster of the movie, that needs to be on there. Let's see. No Way Home has amazing. Wait. No Way Home was amazing. Good. By the way, it honors what came before. Well, that's fantastic, and that's so interesting. That it's so funny that like Zach and company, because it wasn't just Zach, but they all came up with these ideas, and you know, with Jeffrey Dean Morgan being Thomas Wayne, and that's another thing, is they're like, okay, we're not going to go the Thomas Wayne route. We're going to create Bruce Wayne in another universe, and we'll bring back nostalgia, which is, you know, Michael Keaton, which I love. I love Michael Keaton, but I don't need to see Michael Keaton in this story because it takes me out of the universe. And they're like, okay, well, it's a multiverse, and it's again, that's one of the things that's just so confusing, because it's just too much bullshit. And I'm hoping that it's not a clusterfuck, but everything is that DC is doing is to play catch up. They're always playing catch up because they don't double down on their properties, and they don't put that in the forefront. They could care less. They if they wanted to make money, they would have greenlit, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 and just said, hey, you know what, whatever issues, that we have with Zack, we'll just let him do it, and we'll reap the benefits. We'll reap the monetary benefits of Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 because the first one was fire. Matter of fact, we'll put Zack Snyder's Justice League in theaters and let it, now that it has legs, now that it's built a cult audience, we will capitalize on that and make money. And not only will we do that, we'll release the Ayer cut and we'll put it in theaters after Zack Snyder's Justice League, even though it's a prequel. We'll put it after Zack Snyder's Justice League because we know it's going to bring those cult followers in, cult classic, those that's what I mean. And we'll make money, but they don't care about making money. They're going to make the films that they want to make, even if they don't make any money at all. Let's see, Barbara Gordon. Let's see, No Way Home was great. Okay, here we go. Barbara Gordon, give me Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain, if you're talking about the Cassandra Cain that we saw in Birds of Prey, please no. Don't want that. That was horrible. Let's see, chopping heads and rocking beds. Gal can rock my bed. Yeah, I mean, hell, she has a great trainer. I think she's like three babies through. And she still looks like she can, play the role and looks pretty good for having 3 kids. Who watches corporate media anymore these days? I hope no one does. And thank you for watching me on Twitch. That's awesome. Yes, I am broadcasting on Twitch as well. But yeah, no, you shouldn't listen to them. They're just, it's entertainment news. It's kind of like if you've seen Anchorman, and you've seen that's pretty much what they do. It's just people talking to you and just BSing as they go. It's bullshit. They don't think for themselves. They're not journalists. They come on, they read the teleprompter, and that's pretty much, and they put on makeup. Who cares? She's mine. I've had Dibs since 2016. That is quite a long time for Dibs. Let's see. Ryan, CNN, Fox News, left wing, right wing news propaganda. There is no left wing. There's no right wing. It's all bullshit. Let's see. All that is just fake factions. It's all about divide and conquer. Here we go. Chopping heads. Yeah, I hope so. The ones that she was holding. Let's see. If Warner Brothers were to release the Ayer cut, it would be after the merger. DC, I mean, why would they wait till after the merger? They'd release it now so they can make the most profit before the merger. So they don't have to share profits with the people from Discovery, because that's all not set in stone yet. No assets were frozen. They should do exactly what who was that other guy, Kevin Tsujihara, what he did when he forced the release of the 2017 Justice League. I said, I want to make as much money as I can before that merger with AT&T happens. So that's not the right mentality. Not for these snakes. They would want to make their money now, especially on the coattails of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Come on. Let's see. After Batman dies in jail 3, what kind of adventures would the jail go on without Batman? They would do their own things. They just wouldn't reference Batman. They would kind of like what they're doing with Tony Stark. Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne, pretty much the same thing. Megalomillionaire or whatever. They're all about tech. They're all about this, that, and whatever. And they both died. Pretty much the same thing. They would do that. And that's all Ben wanted to do. He wanted to come in, play Batman, die, and let the universe thrive on its own, do its own thing. And then you could introduce, Damian Wayne or whoever, Batgirl, whatever, and that there's your Batman influence. But you knew that Batman existed, so it's not like, oh, he's died, he's no longer there, or whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean see, Zack's story was sort of enclosed. Like he said, okay, hey, Warner Brothers, you can go off and do whatever you want, but this is my story arc, and this is sort of like how I want things to end, and it's great. And then that could have been completed, closed off, and put on the shelf, and then you could have rebooted the entire franchise again. Let's see. They argue about, yeah, I remember that. Ryan doesn't want to call The Rock an actor because people don't know that, don't like the truth. He's not an actor. I guess he could be an actor, even from his WWE days or whatever. That's acting, and that's also stunt choreography. So, kudos to him. So I am at the end of the comments, and I appreciate all the comments. There was one other thing that happened today. Let me move this, and then let me stop that. And we're done with that. Let me drag this one over. There's one other thing that happened today that kind of got people in a fuss, and that was kind of funny. Share screen. Here we go. What's this? Zack Snyder at the premiere of Spider-Man No Way Home. And there are some people like, Nicotina that thought this was real. And it wasn't. This is, in fact, he is at BVS, but this was made by our good friend Aaron S. Bailey, who is a fantastic artist. Oh, that's Constantine, huh? Yeah. So yes, Keanu did say that he wanted to come back and do another Constantine. I wasn't really thrilled with his performance in that, so I'm more interested in his Matrix Neo movie than I am with his Constantine. It was kind of wasn't that great. It was okay. I mean, even Shia LaBeouf wasn't that great in that movie. He was still young and it wasn't that great. I don't know. I wasn't really impressed with the movie. I do like Keanu Reeves. I like her. I like him in other movies better. But yeah, Aaron S. Bailey made that image and just kind of put that out there just for fun. And people kind of lost their minds today about that. And I don't understand why. I don't understand what the reason for that is. Keep the comments coming. Yeah, I mean, it was funny. It was funny. But I didn't understand why people were getting upset. I saw where someone had tweeted that they were upset and that how dare people deceive and all that, and coming from an artist like myself, where I do Photoshop manipulations and things like that, and I put that out there for fun. I don't see the harm in this. This is just fun. I mean, hell, he might as well have gone. I mean, Warner Brothers doesn't really want him around their project, so I mean, might as well go to Spider-Man. Have a good time. Have a good time, buddy. Enjoy. Let's see. Could you see Snyder showing up in Spider-Man regardless? I could. A lot of people would be like, oh no, because they think that there's some sort of like beef, like it's like Pepsi versus Coke, or McDonald's versus Wendy's or Burger King or whatever. It's always like this versus that, and I could see him going to that. At the end of the day, why wouldn't he be friends with the director of Spider-Man No Way Home? Why wouldn't he go out and support friends? He supports all kinds of franchises, movies, whatever. People can have their own idea of like, oh man, they won't do that because they stole Civil War, which was what he was doing with BVS. They stole that out from under him, or they did this, or they tried to get Patty on with the Star Wars movie or whatever. I mean, it's not all about God, it's that's so childish and sophomoric to think that there's just like so many like groups, like you're with the cool guys, or you're with these people, or this or whatever. Man, I don't mind. I don't mind talking with anybody. Until you wrong me, I'll talk to you. I have no problems with even if you wrong someone else. It depends on what happened between you two, as far as who I would say, okay, I'll back this person or I'll back that person. As far as it all is, there were some things that went down with some other people that we stream with, and a lot of people get upset, and it's just like, hey man, everybody wants to cancel this person, that person, whatever. It's just like, dude, we can't get upset about all this stuff, man. I mean, there are no good people out there, and there are people who try to do good, but at the end of the day, everybody doesn't quite make the bar, at the end of the day, I mean, you can do good things, but that doesn't mean that, overall you're this, fantastic person that does no wrong. Everybody screws up. Everybody does wrong. Everybody says, stuff that they either regret or, you know, uh, wish, I wish that this incident hadn't transpired. Well, too bad. The only thing you can do is understand the event, learn from the event, and try to do better. And I mean, hell, sometimes people make the same damn mistakes. So you just got to give people a little bit of not credit, but just a little bit of rope to hang themselves. But anyway, back to, let me close this out. Back to this, I'm going to continue with Cyborg. Boop-a-doop. So here he is, and like I said, this was done by my good friend Mariano. He did this right here. This is his Cyborg, and like I said, I really like what he was doing here, and this is sort of what I was doing earlier. Yeah, that's sort of in the way. Don't worry about that. That's this image back here. But yeah, no, I definitely like the way that he made the metals look, and it's definitely something that I can learn from. I like the that looks very organic for something that's sort of metal, and I dig it. So I'm gonna take his bicep and let's go. Let's do that real quick. So I'm going to select his bicep. And then I'm going to make a mask. And then I'm going to grab this and let's see, we're going to make it this lighter color here. And let me grab my pen back. Let's see. Oops. Oh, opacity is at 19. We're going to make the base layer this color. Awesome. And let's see. Oh, snap. Hold up. That wasn't it. That's this. Okay. So this is what we want to do. I was coloring the mask instead of actually coloring the bicep. So anyway, so we're starting off with this base color here. And yeah, I like what he was doing here. So I'm going to sort of emulate what he did, but I'm going to use my own coloring. And he also made these in layers, which is something that I haven't done. See, I'm going to use this, and we're going to go with about 48% opacity. We're just going to kind of contour it a little bit, and then you can kind of see where I'm going with that. So how's your week going, guys? Let's see. Do we have any artists in the chat still? I know that Mask of Shy came and dropped by, and Droga came by, and appreciate that. Let me see. I'm going to go with a smaller. Let me see. I'm going to decrease the size. Just sort of give it a little bit of a shadow at the bottom. Let's see. And if there are artists out there, what is your medium? What do you guys like to do? Do y'all use Photoshop or what do you like to do? Let's see. I don't like that. Let's see. Okay. And then, yeah, down here, there's a little bit of a shadow on the top. Drag that out a little bit. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Droga's still here. What's up, Droga? Good to see you. I think you're still working on your Deathstroke. Why do you think manga killed comic book sales in the Western and the whole world wide? Manga. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the style of art. it's just more pleasing to the eye, and a lot of it had to do with, I think, like a lot of manga characters get into more adult situations than its predecessors. So I think that would be one of the reasons why it is more popular. Or, but I mean, yeah, there could be a lot of reasons. Not one in particular though. Is there like a particular manga that you're referring to? Oh, let me see. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let me increase my brush. Go right here. Okay, and then grab some of this color. Blend it a little bit. Let's see. Oh, that's Zack Snyder. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. I draw with colored pencils mostly. Yeah, I mean, that was my medium. See, this is doing everything digitally is I'm sort of a fish out of water when it comes to that. My medium is pencils, markers, and paint. And that's pretty much it. But I also sculpt. I pretty much try to do everything I can. Spray paint, I can do that as well. So airbrush. The only thing I don't do is sew, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of cool things that I would have liked to have made. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely am a nicely, I want to say, not well-rounded artist, but I'm sort of a jack of all trades in that I'm not necessarily completely awesome in one area only, but I'm not. I mean, I can pretty much do everything, to work on a piece, but I'm not like, oh, hey, this is the guy for for this or that job or whatever, so like, oh, he's not a master at this or that. I'm passable in each category. So let's see. Let me go down. There we go. That looks cool. Alrighty. Let's see. For my artists out there, what sort of got you interested in art? What sort of drew you to it? Was it just the escapism? Uh, you know, escaping from realities, trying to get lost in your own work. It's kind of what it was for me. I never did, really pay attention to the teacher all that much in class. So I would always just sort of draw as they spoke. And I would always pass my tests. So I was like, hey man, this is working out for me. I didn't really have to do too much to stay ahead. Anyway, okay, so there we go. So there's that. Let me do the shoulder. Let's see. Can I find the shoulder? Ball joint, left forearm. Oh, that's that. Okay, well, I can do that. Okay, so there's that. And grab this. And then make a mask. And then go here. And we will make it this darker color. And I'll just sort of like, oh wait, opacity. Increase that real quick. I know there's an easier way to do this. I'm not doing it. Let me see. Let's see. Yes, because of the way that they're drawn. Yep, it attracts young adolescent kids. I'm currently drawing an imaginary scene from the movie Desperado. You mean Desperado with Antonio Banderas? Let's see. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. First, maybe just curiosity. Keep me was possibility to manifest through my hands, beautify and meaningful things. Awesome. Beauty and meaningful things. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I love creating. So that's awesome. I dig it. Okay, so let's go back to this and let's go here. And let's see. Yeah, gonna go like that. Let's give it some highlights. Okay. Let's see. Let me just rotate it. And then let's see. I want to go here. The opacity, we'll take that down, and then take the brush out a little bit. Oh, that's too much. Not exactly. There we go. There we go. Like that. Nope. That looks good. And it's no, I don't like that. That looks good. Like that. Okay. And then let me increase that a little bit. But hold on, let me switch brushes to this. Okay, let me go white. Some highlight here. Okay. And then let me increase this and go here. Let's see, there we go. That looks good. Let me get a little bit here. Okay. And then nope, don't like that at all. But decrease the opacity. No, I don't like that. Hold on. Take my brush yet again, and let me increase the opacity. Okay. There we go. Then change that. So a little bit bigger and the opacity down. Okay, and then let me decrease the brush size. Okay, that looks pretty good. Looks very mechanical, in my opinion. So let's see. What are you guys talking about? Desperado. Yeah. Best film out of those three. Yes, I like Selma Hayek. The best one is Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Very good film. Let's see. Robert Rodriguez. Before he did Predators. Okay, so that's cool. I like that. Let's see. That looks cool. I want to change some of the other stuff too. That's awesome. Let's see. Check the tweets. Let's see. Oh, notifications. Awesome. Let's see. Cool. Nothing's going on. But like I said, it's really nice that there's still a lot of goodwill with the Snyderverse. It's awesome. Something we'd love to see. Is that it? Wow, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Interesting. Okay. So let's do this one. And that's the whole thing. Okay. That's fine. So this is the only part you're going to see. So let me get over here. And we are going to go back with these colors. So here we go. And then the brush. Let me make the opacity 100. I'm going to keep it 100. Okay, so there's that. Right now we're going to add some shadows. And then we're going to change the brush to, we'll do this one, ink brush. Oh, nice. Interesting. Okay, so we go like, oh, yeah, that looks cool. And then, oh, nice. And we'll decrease this. Oh, nice. All right, so, and then I'll go back here and do that. Okay, that's cool. And then we'll go here, and we will go to a different brush now. Yeah. And, yeah, that's a good brush. And we'll go here, oops, here. Crease it a little bit. Let's see what colors this out. It's a little darker. So we'll kind of come through here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Just do a little bit of white there in the middle. And then decrease this and add like a white streak here. Just kind of break it up a little bit. Okay, and then let's flip it. And we'll just do some shading. Right there. Nice. Okay. Some shading here. Break that up a little bit, and then we'll flip it. And which brush am I using? That one. Let's go with this one. Let's add some highlights. Nope. Let's see. Highlight there. Highlight there. All right, just took that out. Okay. And then right here in the middle. There's that. That looks cool. Okay. So let me go back to you guys. Let's see, check out my Deathstroke one. You posted it? Let's see. Good night. Hey, good night, Q. Thanks for coming by, bro. Let's see. Alrighty. And let me see the white. This. Oh, wait. What? White. No. No. That looks cool. Highlight that. Okay. Oh, wait. There. There. No. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? I guess you got through the first episode of the Witcher season 2. Awesome. What's up? Restore the Snyderverse. Restore the Zeeververse. What's up, man? What's up? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. That's awesome. I guess he's hitting me up between shows. Let's see. Like that. That looks good. So I like what I did there. Let me see. Let me try to grab the shoulder. Where's my shoulder? The left arm. Hold up. That's not it. Left leg, pelvis, forearm, left bicep. I already did that one. Left ball joint. What is that? Oh, right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that. And then that will be here. 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 And then mask it. And then we will make it this color. Oops. Go here. That doesn't make any sense. Here we go. There. There it is. That's what I want. So again, all right. Oops. All right, there we go. That is what I want. All right, so something like this, like his ball joint here wasn't that. It was all the same color. It all kind of ran together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some shading underneath the bicep, so you can see that there's some distinction. Okay, let me change my brush. Kind of give it a little bit of depth. And then, you know, what I can do here as well, no, I didn't draw it, I can still color it, is I can wait, go a little bit, or actually, no, you know what? I like that. No. There, I can do that. And then I can change my brush again and decrease it a little bit. And go there. There. And just make it look a little bit mechanical. Right there. And then let me switch that out. Give it a bit of a contrast there. 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 So that sort of makes it look like there's something in there. And then I can put something in here as well. Make it look like there's some form of robotic electronics in there. And then we switch that again. Oops, didn't like that. There. So that makes it look like it's got some depth. Cool. Cool. Let's see. This is Photoshopped. Yes, but it's live. But it's live. This is a live broadcast. And I would have invited you on the show, Meg, but I didn't know you were available. So, and I'm about to stop streaming in a minute, but thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it a lot. But so let me increase what I did here. Kind of looks better far away, but I'll increase it for you guys because I'm good. So zoom. So kind of what I did here is I faked a kind of a mechanism, sort of a wheel, if you will, and I tried to make it go sort of in the direction of the forearm, so it kind of makes sense. So there's that. Let's see. Let me zoom out. But yeah, like I said, for those joining us, this one was done by Mariano. He did a fantastic job. And he is a colorist. I am not a colorist. I just try to do my best with what I have. So what I've done today is just the arm. I'll continue doing this on my own, and I'll post it up, so the next week's drawing will be something fresh, something new. But I'll definitely have this completed. And I'll probably add some highlights to like the abdomen and things like that over here. Because that looks kind of bland. Even though I added the shading, I really like what I was doing here. And I'll probably try to add that or incorporate that there. So, but this is Mariano's right here. It's pretty dope. He did a fantastic job. I'm very impressed with his work. And yeah, so let me see. Wait. If this is live, then put a shoe on your head. Okay. Here's Mr. Bill, and there's his shoes, and it's on my head. That's for you. I put a shoe on my head. Now you know it's real, and I've dispelled the rumors, so everybody thinks that this is pre-recorded. Ha! I've got news for you. It wasn't. Wow, it's real. Yes, unlike the world's finest, which is all pre-recorded broadcasts. Because if it was live, I think that we would all get links. But because it's pre-recorded, I understand We can't get links to the broadcast. um, hey there. Yep, exactly. Beautiful Wonder Meg has shown. Appreciate that. Always pre-recorded. Always watching. But again, thank you guys for showing up. I'm going to shut her down here, and I appreciate that. Catch me on Thursday with the other guys, and we'll be talking. Maybe I don't know if it's this Thursday or not, because I think Anthony and Andre will be watching Spider-Man on Thursday. So I don't know if they'll be able to join us, and I'm not quite sure what is going on for Dawson's schedule. But if we are not on Thursday, you can catch me again next week. Like I said, I will be drawing something new, and I'm going to release this on social media. So catch me on who's private messaging me. Oh, holy crap!
Thanks a lot, dude.
There?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Are you here? I didn't know you were there. I appreciate. Yeah, no. Hey, I appreciate you showing up.
Here for like a half an hour.
Oh, shut your mouth. This was at 8:15, which is just now.
Well, I'm sorry. I was watching The Witcher.
Don't you tell me what you were watching. Nobody wants to know. Nobody thinks that you are privileged.
You guys are in for a treat. I can't wait till Friday. I'm going to binge watch the entire season because it was that good.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad it is, because I definitely like The Witcher.
She saw it as well. She agreed that it kicked ass.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I did not see it.
What is this drawing that you're doing here? What is this?
Huh?
Are you coloring in Cyborg?
I'm coloring in Cyborg. I wanted to showcase Mariano's work right here, and he did a fire job with him. And that wasn't the color scheme that I was going with for Cyborg. So here, let me put that over. So I did the arm here today. So I did the fist, the forearm, and the bicep. And yeah, that's sort of my my interpretation of what Cyborg can look like, because Cyborg is one of those characters that they don't have a definitive look for Cyborg.
Right.
If you look at the comic books, the TV shows, all that, he's always different. Like Batman, Superman, they're all staples. They've been through, since the 60s.
No,
Cyborg came around in the 80s.
Look. He has a definitive look.
The only thing that's definitive is that he's missing the eye. So the eye is always going to have the red eye. And it's a light metal usually.
No, Ryan.
That's kind of it.
Ryan, he has a definitive look, and that's the look that Zack Snyder gave him.
I mean, Zack Snyder really took him a step further and made him more cyborg than man. It kind of reminded me of the RoboCop, where I'm glad they didn't leave the hand, but there's not much left of Cyborg in Cyborg. Let's see. I didn't see him at the premiere. Yeah, she didn't see you at the premiere, buddy. I don't think you were there. He must have photoshopped himself there. Which was a fantastic job. I did cover that earlier today with the photo. Yeah, he got everybody. He fooled you. I
was so mad at him. I wanted. He's a horrible person.
How does that make you feel? I feel pretty.
He fooled so many people. He's a monster.
RoboCop was one of Zach's favorite movies. Now, not the newer one with Joel Kinnaman, right? This has to be the old one with Peter Welker.
It's the original one.
I think it's the original. I liked it too. When I was a kid, I watched that in the theater, and I loved it. The sequel sucked, but and one of the sequels was actually filmed here. The classic.
That was probably the worst one. Yeah.
It was the worst one was part 3. The part 2.
Yeah, that was the worst one.
Yeah.
No, part 2 was filmed in Detroit. That's where it's
part
located.
1 was filmed in Detroit.
OCP is in Detroit.
Get out of here.
OPP is other people's property.
Yeah, you know me. Do you know what OPP stands for?
Other people's property.
There you go.
Value by nature.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was pretty dope, pretty dope. But yeah, so I'm wrapping it up. But I appreciate you
Yeah, let's
stopping
wrap this
by.
up of course,
Yeah,
I
you
told
got
you
to
to
get
stop
back.
by.
You got to get back to The Witcher, which you want to rub in my face that you got to see it. If there's a special code, give it to me at the end of the broadcast. So
It's funny
but yeah.
because afterwards, after it was over, they had a Q&A with Henry Cavill.
Oh.
And he looked totally like Clark Kent. You know, he had the haircut and everything.
Oh,
short
nice.
hair.
He could show up.
No beard. No mustache.
He could show up in the flash. Nice.
Who knows? But I thought it was a live Q&A, so I'm like asking questions in the chat, and they were all
like a child. Yeah, no, it's all pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Just like World's Finest.
Like hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
he's like, I'm not even going to
I was
pay
that
attention
guy.
to that.
I was that
You
guy.
were that guy. You were that. Well, you know what? We appreciate that guy sometimes.
Like, Henry, are you gonna be
so I guess again? You came to the end. So where can everybody find you, Nicotina?
You can find me on the Nicotina Show on YouTube's.
On the YouTubes. Well, yeah, tune in on Thursday where we will be discussing The Witcher and Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler reviews, and yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, hey, thank everybody for showing up. Like and retweet this broadcast. Share it with your friends. Anybody that you know that draws. Like what you like. Don't like what you don't like. Don't tell anybody to like something that they have no business like. I can't even piss standing up.
Don't anyone tell you your fandom doesn't matter.
Oh, God. All right. We're done. You guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you saw, check out our other videos and subscribe for more. Be sure to leave your comments and suggestions down below. Don't forget to check out our TeePublic and Teespring store. And a thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Your support is much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. This is Zeeverfett, signing off.